Greg Koch here, and I'm back at the cookie jar. Today we are thinking backyard barbecue. Why do you say? Well, Easter Sunday we have a snowstorm, and true to form in South Dakota now it's 80 degrees. So we're ready to fire up the grill and enjoy all of the things that make spring and summer fun. Come along for the ride, it's going to be a good time.
Hi, Elaine from the cookie jar. I've put together a simple recipe of bread because a lot of people have been asking for a bread recipe to use at home. This goes really good with your barbecue, and if you don't want to make them, you can always order the buns or bread from us here at the cookie jar. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got 2 ounces of margarine. You can also use butter if that's what you have at your house. And I've got 3 cups of lukewarm water. You don't want to get super warm water when you're working with yeast because you can kill the yeast. So put that into your bowl. We're using just a regular stand mixer like you'd have at home. And now I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of yeast to this. In my bowl here I have 7.5 cups of flour, and you can use an all-purpose flour. I really like the King Arthur. I think that's a really nice quality flour to use. There's 1/4 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of salt. We're going to add this in. And for this we're going to use the hook attachment. And we'll get started mixing it. So we'll take the hook off. I added a little bit of canola oil to the dough just before you're finished mixing it, because it helps it not to stick so much to the sides of the bowl. I found it's the best when you're making buns like this to instead, you know, a lot of recipes will tell you that you have to let the bread raise for a while and then work with it. But if you're working with buns, it's a little easier if you just make them as you go. I like to use a scale when I'm scaling buns. And you can buy a cheap little household scale that works really well. But for a hamburger bun, I like to do about 3.5 ounces. If you don't have a scale, just kind of wing it and divide it up as evenly as you can. I'm going to just make a dozen buns today, and then I think I have I got about 1.5 pounds of bread left, so I'm going to make that into just a loaf here. Put it in the pan. And I like to give it a couple of stripes. Just helps to release the yeast. This you want to just work in your hands and use that ball of your thumb for making a bun. And trust me, the first ones don't look that pretty, but they'll eat really good. I put a little seal wrap over this just to help to hold the buns down so that they don't poof up too high. And I'm going to put ours in our proof box. But at home, if you want to just heat up your oven to 350 degrees and then shut it off, put a pan of warm water down in the bottom and put your buns in on top of that and let them proof in your oven. It just gives a nice environment for that yeast to really take a hold and start to raise. So we've got our buns here and they have about doubled in size, so they're ready to bake. And if you're baking it at home, you probably want to do a 350 degree oven and maybe about half an hour. Kind of depends on your oven. Some ovens are slower, some are faster, but you just want a nice golden brown. So when it's all said and done, this is what we want our finished product to look like.
Hi, Glenn Koch here at the Cookie Jar. And when I think of backyard grilling or barbecues, one of the classic salads I like to enjoy is a good old macaroni salad. So that's what I'm going to make today. And the recipe I'm using will make about 8 pounds, and I figure a pound to every 2 to 4 people. So you can adjust the recipe from there depending on how big a group you have. The full batch will make a good one for a family reunion, which hopefully we'll be able to have later this summer. Let's get started now. I'll explain what I have here. I've got my water already starting to heat up. I have a tablespoon of oil. I like to add that to the water. It keeps the macaroni from sticking together. A teaspoon of salt, 4 cups of macaroni, half a cup of diced onion, 3 tablespoons of dry ranch dressing, 2 dozen boiled eggs diced up, 2 cups of peas, and I prefer using frozen peas, 4 cups of mayonnaise, half a cup of yellow mustard, and a cup and a half of milk. All right, the macaroni is cooked, so now we're going to drain it. And then we'll put it back in the same pot. That way any of the moisture that is still in it, it'll evaporate out. Now we're ready to start adding all of our fun stuff to it. I'll start by putting the eggs. The peas, onion, dry ranch, mayo, mustard, and last but not least, the milk. Just incorporate this so everything is covered good, and then you'll put it into a bowl, cover it, put it in the fridge, chill it, and you're ready to enjoy a good old macaroni salad.
So something we're adding to the Cookie Jar website is the Ultimate Barbecue Party Pack. That features everything you see here. You got 6 hamburger buns, a tray of cookies, and a quart of your favorite pasta salad. Everything you saw us make today, you can order online at cookiejarsd.com. So there you have it. Glenn and Elaine back at it again with the Ultimate Barbecue Sample Pack. Check out the Cookie Jar website, and we are also going to be, one thing we didn't note in the video, putting together a try-it-yourself bread kit. So that'll include everything pre-measured out for the bread that you saw made today. If you were uncomfortable trying to source all of those ingredients, you can go on the website and we'll have that kit put together that you can order, and all you have to have is warm water at that point. So check it out, cookiejarsd.com. Bye.